as well.
What are you looking at?
We look at everything. I mean, this is obviously a massive operation. So this is really the foundational work now. This is the blocking and tackling behind Super Bowl and everything that happens from our build schedule, everything that's going to be built inside the stadium here, parking and traffic and transport. And then Nicki will talk to you about everything that we're doing downtown and Super Bowl experience presented by Lowe's.
How much uncertainty is there in terms of what things are going to look like come February in terms of everything we have going on with COVID-19?
Well, certainly. I mean, there's a lot to consider there, but we are moving forward with hope and excitement, but we're going to plan, obviously, for every contingent. We're hopeful as things progress. We will plan for that Super Bowl, but we also need to make sure that we're planning for the contingencies as well. Regardless, come February 7th, we're going to be ready for a great show here in Tampa. No, that's normal Super Bowl. We really transformed this stadium. There's so much more that goes into Super Bowl than a regular season game. So a stadium as it sits today isn't ready to receive the size and the magnitude of Super Bowl. If you think about international press, domestic press, and everything we need to build out there, all of our network partners and broadcast partners that come in here, there's a substantial need to build additional infrastructure here. So we do a lot of that work now.
When will that start?
Boots on the ground, January 2nd.
What other precautions will you guys be implementing on your side to make sure that this is ready for the public to come?
Yeah, certainly. We spent a lot of time over the... We'll just wait for that to clear. Yeah. We prepare for everything, as you know. The league over the last few months has done all the work necessary to get all of our clubs and teams up and ready for the season. And we're going to apply the same thinking as we approach Super Bowl, working in accordance with infectious disease experts, our own medical directors, the CDC, local health here in Hillsborough County, making sure that everything that we do is in compliance with CDC guidelines first and foremost. But it's also important to understand that the safety of fans, the safety of our vendors and volunteers and everybody that's going to work at Super Bowl and come to Super Bowl, it's paramount to our success. So we are taking all the necessary precautions to ensure that Super Bowl is done in a very safe way.
Well, you mentioned contingencies. They're not even playing games in the stadium.
Right.
Yet. So when we get, who knows what it'll look like then, but are one of those contingencies to have not full capacity or perhaps to play it without fans?
Well, we certainly have to prepare for that. Our hope is going to be to fill the stadium with fans. That's our hope. But the smart thing to do is to prepare just in case. So if we find ourselves in a situation on February 7th where we are in a different scenario, we're going to just make sure that we're ready for that.
We hear about Super Bowls being worth tens of millions of dollars of economic impact to host cities. What are the chances that COVID-19 will significantly reduce the economic impact for Tampa? And if so, how much do you think it could reduce the economic impact for Tampa?
Well, certainly, I mean, economic impact is important, and it's hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's, to the credit of Hillsborough County, to the Tampa Sports Commission and Sports Authority. They understand the importance of large major events, and Tampa is one of those cities that really understands the importance of that and know how to host events like that. But this is a global pandemic, and the economic impact of this pandemic is widespread. So certainly, if we're in that situation, there will be impact. To be able to qualify that number for you today, it's impossible to do.
As I try to envision what this game is going to look like in February, what are the biggest things that might potentially change or that might look different from your typical Super Bowl year?
Well, I mean, first of all, if we take the last 2 weeks of football, I think the game is going to be tremendously exciting. I mean, what a kickoff to the season that we've had over the past 2 weeks. It's just some amazing football being played. In terms of what it could look like, we want to present the best Super Bowl possible. We want to make sure that Tampa, Hillsborough County, and the state of Florida is very proud of hosting this Super Bowl. So we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that the impact of COVID-19 is negligible, that you don't notice that there's been modifications or changes to this great game. It is the single day greatest sporting event in the world. That's not debatable. That's just a fact. And we want to make sure that this is represented here in Tampa for Super Bowl 55.
We're crowd here in Tampa. We have probably one of the most memorable national anthems ever performed here. When you talk about things like the national anthem and the halftime show, what is the planning and all that? How does all that work, and where are we in that planning stage?
Yeah, the planning is underway. If you think you're going to get me to answer who's performing what today, you're not going to get that answer. But that planning is well underway today. Our partners at Rock Nation, just tremendous partners with us from the creative side, and working through talent now for all of the pre-game celebration, and then obviously the important halftime show, which, as we all know, is just a fantastic spectacle.
The other big change, as I understand it, you're not going to have the NFL experience here. You're going to have a bigger presence downtown along the Riverwalk. Can you talk a little bit about that, and is that part of anything that you're planning while you're down here?
Yeah, Nicki Ewell, who stands to my left here, who's director of fan experiences for the NFL, is our lead for Super Bowl Experience. We'll talk to you in detail about it. What I will say about it, and what we're really excited about, is Super Bowl Experience, which is presented by our great partner in Lowe's. For the first time, will be free to the public, which is just fantastic. And also outdoors. We're going to take full advantage of the beautiful weather in Tampa come February. Late January, early February, and really celebrate football down on the Riverwalk. So we are really excited about that.
Were you part of the planning for the last Super Bowl here at all?
I wasn't, no. I joined the league about 3 years ago.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Are you ready to switch?
Can we get your name so we have it on?
Sure. It's Jon Barker, B-A-R-K-E-R.
And your title.
Head of live event production for the National Football League.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. What's that?
Jon.
J-O-N. No H. Thanks, Nick.
All right, you got it.
Hi.
Nicki Ewell.
Hi.
Same with your name.
Sure, Nicki, N-I-C-K-I, last name E-W-E-L-L, Ewell, Director of Events. Yes.
Tell us your the fan experience.
Yeah. Sure. So we know not everyone's lucky enough to have a seat at this wonderful stadium on February 7th. So we present the Super Bowl Experience presented by Lowe's as our fan festival that we produce every year at Super Bowl. So that's for every fan, doesn't matter your age. We have something for everybody, and we're really excited to celebrate the Riverwalk, showcase this world-class city. And it's, as Jon mentioned, it's absolutely free this year. So we're partnering with the host committee, and we're producing actually 9 contiguous parks along the 2.7 miles of the Riverwalk. So NFL players will be there signing autographs, of course, in a socially distant way, but we're really happy to showcase them. The Vince Lombardi Trophy, our full collection of 54 Super Bowl rings will be there. Interactive games, of course, wonderful concessions showcasing the food in Tampa. So really excited to start producing that event. We're going to actually hit the ground. As Jon mentioned, the stadium starts building on January 2nd. We're going to actually start building out at Julian B. Lane Park on January 16th.
Can you talk about the importance of your trip down here to Tampa? I know obviously you've probably been here before, but in terms of like the work that you're actually doing on the ground
Sure.
here, what the importance of that?
Sure. So I actually was part of the Super Bowl 43 working group. So when we had, as you mentioned, the NFL experience was actually at Raymond James. So we're excited to take it downtown and showcase that Riverwalk. But yeah, we have to meet, of course, with our wonderful partners at the host committee, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department, the Tampa PD, the Parks and Rec Department. That's really critical to all the work that we're doing to build. When you build outside and you're not inside a convention center, you don't have those creature comforts of bathrooms and offices. You have to build everything. So it's a wonderful commercial for our event because we're going to be building for 2 solid weeks. But yes, really working closely with the Parks and Rec Department and the city to make sure that we're ready to go on January 16th.
In your mind, what are the biggest transformations that you've seen in the city of Tampa? In other words, how has this city gotten better since the last time we hosted a Super Bowl?
Certainly the downtown is much more vibrant than it was when we were here at Super Bowl 43. I mean, even the last time that we were able to fly was in March, and seeing that JW Marriott come up so quickly was just an amazing and a testament to the wonderful workers here in Tampa. So yeah, it's certainly vibrant. We're certainly excited to celebrate the downtown campus, to celebrate the city and the Riverwalk. I actually walked it last night and did 17,000 steps and walked all the way down from there down to Armature Works, and it was a beautiful walk. It was very busy, excited. I think that a lot of residents are more downtown. I saw those condos go up and the rentals. I mean, it's beautiful, and I think that people will really celebrate. Come from St. Pete. We want you to come from Clearwater. and come down, and we're open for 7 days. Again, it's free and open to the public. We haven't launched all of the protocol for that. We certainly will have COVID mitigation efforts that will be in effect as soon as we open on that day, January 29th. We're going to open on Friday this year to sort of tag team with Gasparilla, because we know that that's something that is a perennial event that Floridians love, and we want to really ride those coattails for that first weekend. So we're going to open on January 29th. We're going to have more information to come. If you want to visit nfl.com/TampaSB, you can sign up to receive more information, but more to come certainly in the coming weeks.
And in terms of any live entertainment, concerts, that kind of thing?
Yeah, our friends at the host committee are producing live concerts at Curtis Hickson Park, so they're going to have a slate of concerts the first weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then going into game weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So they're going to focus a lot on the concerts. Of course, the food at Coat and Chobe Park, which is adjacent to Amalie Arena, they're going to really focus on that. In the Julian B. Lane Park, which is the park that the NFL is producing, we're really focusing on the pro football fan fest elements. Of course, there's going to be a taste of tailgate and Tampa food, and but really focusing on photo ops with the Vince Lombardi Trophy, which is the actual trophy that the NFC or AFC champion will receive here on game day. You can have this unique photos there. So really focusing on pro football and celebrating that in Julian B. Lane Park.
Who do we expect to attend these wonderful ancillary events? I guess my question is, how many people do we usually expect for a Super Bowl from out of town to travel into the
Sure.
city? And with COVID, is there any way of knowing if there will be that normal influx of people visiting the city from out of town?
Yeah, we're certainly lucky that we have 2.7 miles programmed, so that we do expect tens of thousands every day. We will have protocol in place to make sure that people are socially distanced. We're going to have face coverings required to access the parks to make sure that we're mitigating against any spread of COVID. But we're still expecting tens of thousands of fans. We know that this is a very robust area, that St. Pete and Clearwater and of course downtown Tampa residents can come down, but we're ready to receive you in a very safe and healthy manner, and we hope people come down.
What about this season game? What are your hopes
For
for fans getting in here that day?
fans getting into the stadium? So yes, I mean, as Jon mentioned, our plan is to fill Raymond James, but we'll have plans in place and contingencies if we have to manage a reduced stadium capacity.
When you say fill, do you mean like every season?
Yes, but we will have mitigation efforts in place, and we will listen to our experts. So we take all of our direction from our medical experts. We work very closely with the NFLPA, and we work together, and it's a partnership to make sure that we're mitigating against risk. But that we have many plans in place, and when we're ready to share them, and of course with the general public, we'll make that known.
Hey, Nicki, we've done thousands of Zooms, literally thousands, virtual tours, everything, and haven't missed a beat virtually, but how nice is it actually to be physically here the last couple of days, to meet with people, put eyes on things for everything?
Yeah, I mean, I'm tired of Zoom, actually. My hair is not always good on Zoom. It's not so great here either, but it's exciting to be down here. We have been trying to get down here, chomping at the bit. We're very lucky in the I'm not just saying that because you're standing right there, but a little bit. The Tampa Host Committee is wonderful partners. They've been so flexible with us, and just adapting to this, I don't want to say unprecedented times to be cliche, but it is so much. And we couldn't have been with a better city and a better partner than the Tampa Host Committee and the Sports Authority here that runs Raymond James. So we're excited to be down here. We're going to be down here again, and we're going to plan. And regardless if we can't get on a plane, the plans are still in place. We're still forging ahead with the plans for the Super Bowl experience, and of course for the game here on February 7th.
Everyone good? All right, y'all, that's it. And if you want to do any stand-ups using the stadium, I'll be here for a little bit. So I know some reporters are out here. You're more than welcome to. Thank you.